Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Today we are going to be utilizing my new farm. Entirely different design, entirely different mechanics. It should be quite interesting to see if the farm can defend itself without engines. We'll get to that in a bit. However, let's talk about the last episode. In the last episode, of course, we went through Grow Lab 4. Yes, I did die to the Farmbot, or did I? Because here's the thing, looking at the playback of the video, I couldn't help but notice that a tape bot was shooting at me the whole time. I really think he did more damage than the Farmbot. But here's the thing, I had a handful of grenades. I could have thrown them at him and did damage. I could have easily have won that fight. I totally misplayed it. The thing is that when we got out of there, yes, we did have blueberry seeds, and yes, I do have a lot of them now. But there was no boss fight. We just walked right out. I mean, are they getting lazy with these grow labs or something like that? I'm guessing the last one, 6, is going to be very tough because apparently the reward is a gigantic chest. I really want that. Anyway, here's what happened. I repaired my 20 banana seed farm, and I put down 4 blueberries. Well, here's the thing. The first blueberry I put down filled the first bar. So that gives you an idea of what kind of escalation we're talking about. And I do believe the 4 of them, I got a bigger attack than I did with the 20 banana seeds. Anyway, I did end up getting 3 because a toad bot jumped in or was blasted in. He took out one before I could actually do anything about it, so I do have 3 blueberries over here. But I mean, I was convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that that is just not going to work. So I basically destroyed the entire base, ripped it all up. Took a long time actually, because there was no manner of repairs that were going to do the job, if you know what I mean. It's just a matter of it's been outgrown. Here's something else I did too. I took my farmer capture vehicle out and I deposited 3 more of the farmers back at the base, the hideout. So I had a total of 5. I used 2 of them to get the concrete foundation because I wanted to build off of the concrete foundation. Let's see, where is that again? I think it's down here. Right, this guy here. Yeah, it turns out it's kind of expensive. 100 concrete. And it's still the same durability as concrete, too. Yeah, I know that kind of makes sense. I was kind of hoping for 1 more. But, I mean, I doubled down on it and I built the foundation. Of course, there are spots missing so that I could plant the plots because the plots have to go on the ground. They can't go on top of something. And I made a lot of new things to build the defenses around there. Here's the thing. There's no engines. Everything is controlled by controllers. And I did a lot of testing, and I have a little thing over here to give you an idea. So controllers are actually really powerful. So I made this for 2 purposes. One, for testing. I wanted to test this. I'm not actually using this construct at the moment, but, at the base. But I mean, maybe I'll work in it in the future because it's pretty good. So I made this, and one thing I was doing is I was stocking up on potatoes. Yeah, I have a lot of potatoes. I have 2 full boxes of potatoes. So this is scrap stone. So when I called an attack by, planting these guys, they just basically just attacked anywhere they felt like. And I'm like, okay, that's not working. I want them to come in through there, right? So I did this. So it has teeth. The way it works at this point is if they come in this arc, then they just start beating on it. If they come in this arc, then they go through there. Now, this is my controller. Now, I have 6 objects in here. They're all bearings. And I have set them all for a 360 degrees. See, the way the work is, you click on it. You move it this way, it goes like that. You move it that way, it goes like that. And you have to upgrade these to 5. The reason for that is because you want the good speed. And then again, I set them on a loop. So if we look at this, this is the way I have this set up. Oh, and I do have a switch to turn it on. So there's a bearing there, so this entirely turns. There's a bearing there, so this entirely turns. And then individually, the drills have bearings too. So, if I turn this on, that happens. And let me tell you, nobody has gotten through. Anybody who's gone up to the front has not survived that. Yeah, I might use that in the future. The thing is that it kind of requires its own controller because there are 6 of them and there's only a maximum of 10 spots. So it is expensive, but I might be able to do something with that in the future. Anyway, it taught me a lot about what controllers can do. Currently, my farm has 4 controllers that are running everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over there and we're going to see if we can survive a severe attack. Now, I tested it against 12 banana seeds. It held really well. Here's the thing. I did die. Yeah, I died. The reason for that is because it was a tape bot I wasn't paying attention to because I was watching everything else. You know, I was watching the base killing things and doing things, but I wasn't paying attention to the tape bot, so he killed me. The thing is that even after I was dead, the base killed everybody else, except the tape bot. I had to take him out. So, I mean, it did its job even though I wasn't there. Okay, apparently we're getting dark. Well, we're going to have to do some work anyway. All right, so let's get out of here. Okay, yeah, I was thinking maybe an extra wheel or something like that, because unfortunately I'm doing that a lot. And it's not for not upgrading the suspension. I have upgraded the suspensions. I think they're level 3, and I do have them up here. I'm thinking maybe extra wheels to keep it from not doing that. Oh well. Oh, yeah, right. There we go. Boom. Yeah, it is starting to get dark. Alright, let's go. Like I said, I really like that position because they're not going to spawn behind me. So what we learned over there is you give them a little bit of a place to go into and they'll basically do it. And so far, that's actually working out. Sorry about that, Bessie. All walks are Bessie to me. Alright. Okay, so we need to put this guy up on a height because I don't want it to die. Like I said, completely new design. And it beats up bots. Okay, I don't think there's anything in there. Nope, there isn't. Alright, so I do need to make a change because my 12 banana test did show me that there is a little bit of an issue. So we're going to do something about that. Okay, so welcome to the new base. And I know what you're thinking. What the heck is going on here? Well, you know what? There's a lot going on. For one thing is, of course, we have a ramp that goes up into the blades over here. And I really don't want anybody jumping over there. Mostly the tote bots. Now, along here, we have a solid wall. This guy over here was made out of metal too, so it's very tough. I think it's like 7 or 8 durability. These are the concrete foundations. Here, let me just go inside so you can see what's going on in here. All right, it looks like the bananas are ready, so I can just grab them at any time. Matter of fact, let's just get them out of the way here. Yeah, this was my last test. Since then, I have a lot of blueberries. They just keep coming over here. You know what happens? Sometimes you have one of the seed guys spawn in here. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you can't get to me. All right, so here is the situation. I have 3 controllers. Pardon me. I have 4 controllers. And see, these guys right here, they run the blades. Hold on a second. Can we get the... Can we see them from here? All right, we can see them from down here. So these guys actually control 4 blades. I really could do this with 1 controller. And then over here, we have this one, which does the other 4. Like I said, I could easily put them all on 1, and I probably should do that. If I need another controller, I probably will. I think I have another level 5, though. Hold on a second. Yeah, these are my chests. Hopefully they will ignore them. Okay, these are level 1s. Pretty sure there was another level 5 somewhere. All right, well, here's the thing. I can do that. Now, I did have some enemies after I died who came over here. And one of these was destroyed, and one of these. These were like the drill guys. There was a drill guy here, and there was a tote bot here. So what I'm going to do, I'm not doing it now, is I'm going to build a little barrier out, probably of metal too, so that way it takes them a while to actually get to the foundation. Because these foundations are expensive, and I really don't want to have to replace them. But for now, we can do this because, I mean, to me, these blades are very inexpensive. Not only do they give some defense, it's a matter of the bots are reluctant to hit them. So I don't want anybody actually getting over here. That's the reason we have these. All right, let's just take a quick look at what's going on. I already showed you the blades. Now let's take a look at the primary defense. For instance, yeah, that's gonna hurt, huh? It does. It hurts a lot. But it's a lot better if you turn this one on. Is it that one? Yes, and believe... Oh, okay. This could be bad for me. Let me just get over here and do it here. Yeah, I probably should build a bigger thing here. So you can see that enemies will actually have some concerns about getting in. And I put these guys in case somebody is standing there, you know, like a bomb and wants to get knocked off. See, all of this goes to nothing if a bomb shows up. I have got to take out the bombs first and foremost. Otherwise, this is a mess. Oh, is there a piece of a... I guess it got thrown. Yeah, sometimes when these guys get smashed, their body gets thrown. As a matter of fact, I couldn't find one of the guys after the last raid because there was somebody left, so the raid didn't end, but I couldn't find it. I swam around in the water. I'm like, I had no idea where it was. And then eventually, you know, just as the... Here, let me turn these off. Good part about this is that there's no electricity and there's no gasoline being used. Oh, hold on a minute. Turn that. Actually, it's this one. Right. This one is for the blades over here. This one is for the blades over here. And by the way, you do need to have metal attaching everything. So these guys are attached to the metal and this entire network. So otherwise, if they're not attached, then they'll stop working because they have to be on the same things. All right. And of course, if somebody is standing there, these guys will be knocking them around. I'm thinking mostly of the bombs. All right. So all of that is new. Let me just pop over here because apparently there's a haybot spine over here that I didn't know about. Okay. Somebody's on me. Oh, was he a friend of yours? Oh, that does remind me. I did make the shotgun. That would have been a good opportunity to actually use it too. How very unfortunate. There we go. Oh, it's getting bright. Okay, so here is what I'm thinking. We're going to do blueberries. I'm going to do 8 blueberries and see how much destruction we're going to have. I don't delude myself that it's going to go well. Eventually, by the way, I am going to have a ceiling because I was starting to think in terms of that. That's what these guys were for. The reason for that is those guys in the desert, and that reminds me, I need water. Those guys in the desert, the ones who jump up and land, yeah, they're just going to be able to get right in there that way. So I'm going to need a tough ceiling. I might use these because they are really tough. It's just they're expensive because I need to use the metal block level 2 in order to make them. That reminds me, where... Oh, I already have buckets. Okay, let me put the rest of these guys... Actually, they shouldn't go there. Hold on a minute. All right, put them in there for now. I made extra because I figured I was going to need them in the future. Put this one over here because I was going to make the little barrier, but I think that we'll skip that for now. All right. Right, I'm just going to do 8 though. Now, like I said, I do have the blueberries. All right, let me put the bananas away. Okay. All right, and it's nice and bright now too, so we get to see our complete and total destruction. The most critical thing is, of course, not letting a bomb in. If a bomb gets in, yeah, and of course, not me dying either. Yeah, unfortunately, I lost all those wonderful boosts too when I died. Very unfortunate situation. Okay, so I'm going to turn everything on because I don't have to worry about power because the controllers are doing everything. I was up here. I gotta make it so I can't fall off of this thing. I was wondering if I wanted to put those spinning blades, you know, I shouldn't say blades, the drill, you know, in those spots, and I decided to go with that. You know, basically tossing something back into the tougher ones. Like I said, the most important thing is not having any of the what's names come in, the bombs. All right. So, do you see what's up here right now? As soon as I put one of these guys down, it just fills right up. All right, so we're going to do 8 as a test and see how that works. This could go very badly. It probably will. All right. There is absolutely nothing more important than stopping the bombs. All right. I do actually want to see... Yeah, maybe what I should do is put the armored glass here. Just so that I can see it better. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, 25 seconds. All right. As soon as the pods start landing, we have to identify who's got bombs. Now, this is a big escalation. So I'm sure it's probably going to be more than 2. I don't think we're at the point where we'll see a Farmbot. At least I hope not. Okay. Okay, he's done. Okay, they're dead. Okay, that tape bot is dead. Okay, hold on. Oh, they're over here. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, that does tell me that I'm going to need that enforcement. Okay, there's still somebody around. That worked a lot better than I thought it would. But then again, I did get the bomb. I think they're starting to knock into each other. What is that? Okay, that's somebody's head, but I haven't seen a red one before. Okay, once again, I have no idea where the enemy is. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this stuff off. Okay, thankfully I didn't lose any of them. All right, so turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, and turn that off. Now, I did get damage over here because they got in. Oh, I lost one of those. Okay. The thing is, I'm going to have to go back to base to make another one. And it does show me that I am correct. I'm going to have to build a little bit out over here. Okay, no place else got damage, right? Okay, are these guys all good? Oh. Okay, grab that, grab that. All right, I have no idea where the enemy is. I mean, is it in the water? I can go in the water and look. But honestly, that worked out pretty well. I think there was only one bomb and I did see it and I blew it up before it got a chance to get over here. Oh, that's new. Okay, can I just... Here, hold on a second. Pick that up. All right, that's a new one. Okay, here. I think that's like everything. All right, I don't think anything here is broken. I see them all intact. Right, they did get over here. So the damage is they took out that. They took out the blades too. All right, so I'm going to have to go back to base and make one of these. Everything else I can take care of on my own because I do have extras. How many did I lose? It looks like 3 there. And I brought with me an extra 4, so that shouldn't be a problem. But what I am going to want to do is I'm going to want to put a line underneath it. By that I mean something to the line of this. I don't know. Can I actually do the level 2? Will I have enough? I'm thinking in terms of, you know, something like that. So they'd have to eat through all of these in order to get to the concrete foundation. I mean, it's still there. I just have no idea where. All right, let me turn on these guys here so I can see if they're actually completely intact. I don't see anything broken. All right, so turn that one off. And then we'll turn this one on. Yeah, that foundation right there. Fortunately, they couldn't get in. Oh, no, that's the blades. I mean, it looks good. Who's that? I think that's a seed guy, right? Yeah, that's a seed guy. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe he got tossed way out there or something like that, and he's just can't aggro me. Well, I mean, look, there's nobody here beating on my base, so that's fine with me. All right, and we'll turn this off. Let's make sure these guys all work. Right, those 4. And... oh, not that. This one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to let them grow, and I'm going to do my repair and my enhancement, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a bigger one. We're going to kick it. Should I do the full 16? You know what? Why don't we just go for it? That's what I'm thinking. We'll just go for it. So I'm going to make my repairs. As long as I get the what's the name? As long as I get the bombs, it shouldn't be the problem. But then we might get a lot more of them. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to get to work, and when we are ready for another round, we will be back. And we're back, and the repairs are in, and I hope they're going to hold. All right, so one thing I did is I took the blades off of the foundations here, and I put little teeth in here. This is level 2 metal. Now, I have it on the sides. I don't have it on the back because I didn't want to invest the metal just yet until I saw that it was actually going to do the job. I'm a little concerned about this now that I'm walking along it. These are tough, but yeah, we'll have to see how this works out. Okay, so everything else is as it was. So I hope that this is going to work out well, because what we're going to do after I pick these, actually. Let's see. Boom, boom. Remember, I need 60 total. There we go. And let me just put these guys over here. So I have 8 of those. Let me grab some water. All right, so we're going to do 16 and see how disastrous that's going to be. Boom. Boom. Oh, these are already wet. Okay. All right, so that means I can save the water. Okay, so just like before, I'm going to turn everything on. Let's make sure everything is working properly. Turn that on, turn that on. Yeah, I really should put all of the salt blades into one controller because it is kind of a waste. All right. Okay, and of course all of these are working. All right, let's do it. I'm sure this is going to work out wonderfully. I'm sure there'll be no disastrous death for me, he said sarcastically. All right, let's see. Full 16. All right, so wait a minute. That's 5. We'll go with the 20. There we go. All right, I'm going to fill this entire row. And we'll watch that bar go up. Oh my goodness. This is... Oh! Did I not do those? Oh no, hold on a minute. Alright, hold on. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm just working on it. Oh, this is going to be awful, isn't it? I'm going to regret this. You're going to see total destruction now. Alright, let's do it. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. I got more than half of the total bar. Okay, I got 28, 27. Yeah, this was a terrible mistake. You're going to see my base get shredded. Fortunately, my vehicle is sitting up on the lift over there, so that's the one thing I know is not going to be destroyed. Because everything else is going to be destroyed. I just gotta concentrate on the bombs. The bombs are the big thing. Okay, who's down first? Who's down first? You're down. Okay, I don't care about those. Bomb. Okay, oh, I'm getting splatted. Alright, hold on a minute. Oh my goodness. Okay, drink, 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 up. So they're not shooting at the building, they're shooting at me. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know you guys were gonna be here. Oh no. Shotgun. I had no idea that he was gonna make an appearance. Okay. See, they're not shooting at the building, they're shooting at me. Okay, somebody is beating. Okay. Okay, where? Who is doing that? Is it in the back? Oh, obviously I am going to have to do something about this. I did it! We got all of our crops. Was he beating on my... The guy over here, was he beating on my boxes? Do we have any damage? Okay, all the spinnies seem to be good. I don't see any damage to the blades. All right, let's shut everything down and take a look. Yeah, I see you over there. Another good reason I like this place is because it's at a range. Oh, I did lose a foundation. Well, I do have an extra one. I made an extra one. Okay, so we got the full 16 here. Okay, so clearly I need to do this in the back too. All right, so it's like I said, I did actually make an extra one. So let me just put this in here. Right there. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that too. I mean, look, they didn't really attack it, did they? I mean, they're all here. Here, let me just grab these. That worked out a lot better than I thought it was. You know what I need? I need to put, instead of that barrier right there, I need to put armored glass up there. And I do have armored glass. I know I don't have the recipe for it, but I do have armored glass. So that actually worked out really well. I was surprised. I was expecting them to destroy everything. And yeah, I was also not expecting the jumper because that was the guy I was going to put a roof in for. So I'm actually very lucky that he was landing on the centerpiece and not on the crops. And the interesting thing about the shooters is that they were shooting at me. So when they couldn't see me, they weren't doing anything. I mean, they weren't shooting at the base. I mean, there's no damage here. There's no damage here. There's no damage on this side. It was just the back because I didn't have that extra enforcement. So obviously I need to do this back here. The rest of it worked really well. I was surprised and very happy. So that means that, how many do I have over here? I made 8, right? So I had 3, we'll just call it 10. And I have another 16 coming in now because of these guys over here. So I am well on my way to 60. Well on my way. I don't see a reason to escalate much higher than that. I might give it a try. I did get lucky that there was only one bomb that I saw because nothing else is destroyed. And I did get him while he was sitting in the pod too. There were definitely a lot of tape bots, and there were a few of the paint ones as well. But yeah, the jumper, that one caught me by surprise. I didn't think I was going to see that one. But, you know, we did go over half in terms of the gauge. Okay, well, like I said, I know what I'm doing here. I replaced that. I need another one of these. Do I have one? Yes, I do. Right there. But I am going to need to put these in. How much do I have? I could probably do it with what I have. And then we'll be good to go. Now I'll look around a little bit more for any spare parts lying around. But I don't think that we missed anything. Nope, I don't think we missed anything at all. And we did get everybody this time, unlike the last one. It did seem as if he was attacking these, and that was concerning me because I wouldn't be able to carry that stuff. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. So, you know what? This base did a good job. I think we can do some enhancements, and maybe it'll actually take us through. I just saw a shine. Maybe it'll take us through the next one. If that's going to be broccoli or not, I have no idea. But I do need to get blueberries done. I need 60 of them so I can get them packed. We can do some unlocks. I did see another gun, and I know there's an automatic. So I'm kind of hoping that might be it. Of course, I was using this one because of distance. Up close and personal, well, this one will do the job. It does take 2 shots each time. For a minute there, I thought that was a haybot. Are there any haybots around? I would like to demonstrate. There's usually one hanging around. But I guess maybe they all got involved in the fight or something. Oh well. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. So, I do have a way of getting myself... Oh, hi. Boom, 2 shots. But it does take 2 potatoes per shot. But what it means is quick death. Very quick death. Anyway, like I was saying, that's going to be it for now. I do have a way to get myself a good number of blueberries. I'm going to do the enhancement in the back. I'll think about other enhancements in the future, ways to keep them away from coming back here. You know what I mean? Because there's no damage here, but I mean, the thing is, they are going to be slow to attack it. They don't like hitting the blades, you know? And so far, it's working out pretty darn well. Yeah, we can build off of this. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, maybe say something in the comments for the great God algorithm, and of course, subscribing is a great way to show your support. So thank you very much for your attention, I really appreciate it, and play games because games are fun. See ya!